I wonder if people actually think like this is edible, like this thing,
Oh,
the garnish.
it is edible.
Yeah, but like I wonder if actually people actually eat it. Like surely not, right? Do you eat it?
No.
You don't eat it, do you? Yeah. Okay,
Nah,
so-
you literally asked if it was edible. You probably didn't even know it was edible. But...
Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. My name is Matt,
And my name's Jordan.
and this is
It's
Chow Time.
Alright, so this brings us to week 3 of our ISO food tour. If you've watched our previous 2 videos, you've seen us eat Italian food, and our first week was Lebanese, I believe. Yeah, Matt?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're out here talking to you guys, still filming videos, and we also want to support our local restaurants by ordering through Uber Eats.
Beep, 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 beep.
And this week we will pick another new cuisine from the hat as well. As you can see, I only got like 8 or so, even though we have it for like 6 weeks. That's what the potential lockdown was meant to be, but we've written more just in case it gets extended. Oh man, I am just dumb and dumber today. Yeah, so I guess we'll just go right ahead and pick out a new cuisine. Oh!
What is it?
Japanese!
Yes! Oh my god, finally!
That's actually pretty good.
Yeah.
I'm actually pretty excited for Japanese food.
For everyone out there, Jordan had a really bad stomachache this morning, so maybe Japanese food will help be cleaner.
Maybe.
Hopefully.
I kind of want sushi though.
Sushi.
I want like tuna. What's your favorite Japanese dish, you would say, Matt?
Me, I don't know, I like everything
Yeah.
there, but probably
Yeah.
maybe katsu, or like, but I do like
Curry
sushi,
katsudon?
yeah, curry katsudon, or like sushi, but yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
Because
curry
like,
katsudon's
yeah,
not too bad.
especially on a cold day, like Japanese curry is so good. Like, there's this,
I would go for ramen though.
oh no, actually yes, ramen.
Oh,
Okay,
ramen
yeah,
would
ramen,
be so
yeah,
much better
ramen.
with like the broth, man.
That
Yeah,
totally slipped my
ramen.
mind. Yeah, ramen for sure.
Ramen
yeah.
and sashimi.
Yeah. Sashimi, maybe not sashimi for me.
Yeah.
Like, but ramen.
Oh, not on a cold day, but like as my favorite dishes, I'd say
yeah,
ramen
yeah.
and
Ramen
sashimi.
for sure.
Like tuna sashimi is my favorite. I don't like salmon, but Matt loves salmon.
Yeah, salmon's
Matt
so
loves
good.
salmon sashimi. Our mates Danny and my missus,
They
she
do.
loves.
They're crazy about
They all
fucking
love,
sashimi.
yeah, and Noah as
Oh,
well.
yeah,
they all
yeah,
love
for sure.
like salmon sashimi, and then there's just me. I'm like tuna, tuna sashimi, please. That's my favorite. Anyway, we're gonna order food,
Be right back.
and we're back with our Uber Eats orders. Whoop, whoop. Oh,
What'd you get? Show me.
I
Quick.
got mine. All right, relax. I got mine from Waya in Glen Waverley. I go there often. I usually used to go there on my break. Here we have tuna sashimi. Oh yeah, tuna sashimi. Aburi tuna maki rolls. So it's pretty much cooked tuna, cucumber. On top is mayo.
You better get miso as well, right?
Yeah.
Miso soup.
So I was gonna get miso soup, and I was gonna get edamame beans, but maybe that's just too much. What did you get?
Right. So, I got because I was talking about curry katsudon.
Yeah.
It made me crave.
Yeah.
So this is what it actually looks like now, but I'll show you what it looked like before.
Yum.
So it's essentially just Japanese rice, some chicken curry katsu, and curry with some veggies and all that. Also, I got to get some sushi as well. So I got a California roll.
Oh,
Look at that.
basic bitch. California roll. Basic.
Fun fact, I actually don't like avocado, so
Yeah.
but in sushi it's okay with
Oh
me,
really?
but
I don't like it.
it's alright.
Weird.
Yeah.
That's why on my tuna maki it's all cucumber. None of that avocado shit.
Like when you have curry katsudon, do you like mix your curry or do you just...
What do you mean by mix it? Like mix it
yeah,
with
mix
the
it with the rice
rice?
and stuff. So like, you know how like right now it's just poured over the top? Like do you mix it or do you just eat it?
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
I
just
don't
eat it
mix
as
it.
it is,
I
yeah.
just eat it. Because then the rice gets too soggy. You know, if it's left too long.
Yeah, this is pretty good.
Oh, yes. Oh, look at that.
Ooh, so good. I think they forgot my wasabi, bro.
No wasabi.
Yeah, they forgot my wasabi.
That's
That's
so sad. I asked for extra, so I got
I
heaps of
asked for
wasabi.
that too because you said I heard you say it and I was like shit maybe I should ask for more.
Yeah.
So I asked for like I said extra soy sauce and extra
Yeah.
wasabi. They only gave me one soy sauce.
And you got neither.
Yeah, I only got one soy sauce. And have you ever been in like public before and you're just like chilling and then all of a sudden you hear this like screaming on the side, and you just see this couple like yelling at each other. Like
No.
it's like pretty embarrassing,
Couple
but
stories.
like you just want to. Yeah, like you just want to grab your own popcorn and just like watch it. Like, I want to see how this turns out. You know?
I've seen
Like-
that before. Seen it a lot.
Well,
Unless you're talking about me and Irene.
a bit, as like the designated third wheel guy in the group, it's kind of like I always try my hardest not to like chime in because like both of you guys are my friends and stuff.
Matt
Especially
has
when you
seen it a
guys
few
fight.
times.
Yeah, it's pretty awkward. I'm just like,
Matt has
what
seen
the
it a
fuck's
few
happening? Yeah.
I guess I can just tell you guys a quick story about probably the biggest fight me and Irene have had, like in front of like our friends and close friends, I guess.
Is this
And this is like
Japan fight?
the Japan fight, yeah. Because it's like even more weird because like, well, not weird but like embarrassing because it's not only you guys but also like my high school mates as well. So it's like two groups, like in front of two groups, and like I don't know. So good. I'm embarrassed, but I'm not ashamed, because like every couple will go into fights every now and then. Like, you know, it's just a matter of time. As long as you move through it and make up, you know, that's all that matters. It makes your relationship stronger.
Yeah, you guys are made up real good on the first night, huh?
Alright, so the story I'm about to tell is actually the first day that we all went to Japan together as a group. So you guys would have heard in our previous videos we talked about us going to Japan as a group. And so what happened is we planned that the first night we got there is the night that we would just go hard and just drink.
Yeah.
Just drink and have fun, right? And like we'll just have that one night, get it out of the way so that we can do all the touristy stuff and, you know, explore like, you know, the other days. But the first night is where we get it all. So we all agreed, like us boys and the girls. Obviously, you know, the girls don't really want to drink too much, and because like we had things to do the next day obviously, but Jess and Ali actually had their own bedroom. Irene was sleeping with me on my bed with like
I was
5 other boys. With like three other boys, yeah, Matt, Noah, and Danny.
Oh, it was like such an awkward environment. Legit.
And so what happened was we were up till I think about like 4:30 a.m. in the morning, just playing cards, King's Cup, 13, all sorts of games with like 7-Eleven alcohol, which were pretty cheap, by the way.
Yeah, it was so cheap. That's why
like
we abused it so hard.
Yeah, we abused it. Like I was fucked. Like that was like one of the best nights I had.
Yeah.
Just like drinking and like with the boys. And I died so fast. Like I think I was like what, like an hour in or something, and I was like already slurring, and I was like super red.
Yeah.
So I had to like slow down, and then at 4:30, Irene comes down. She's like, "What are you guys doing? You guys are meant to be sleeping."
I remember this. She's
you know, like, you guys are too loud.
Yeah. You know how she comes down, she always rubs her eyes and stuff. Like, what are you guys doing?
She's like, "What are you guys doing?" Yeah, we're being too loud, which is like fair enough. The girls already went back, but we didn't even realize 4:30. You know how when you drink and then time flies. And so we're like, we'll just we'll kind of just like end it there, I guess, even though we didn't want to. Went upstairs, and I copped it from Irene when I got into bed. I copped it so hard. Like she was like really grumpy because we're too loud, and then like she couldn't sleep, blah, blah, which is fair enough, I guess. But me being drunk was like, come on, man, like this was meant to be our one night, you know, like our one night. So it was just like back and forth arguing, like we were both right, we were both wrong.
And like none of the boys, like they didn't want to go upstairs because we knew that like you guys needed space.
Yeah,
no
because
one
I was like, I'll just go upstairs and deal with this, and then it got a little bit heated. So no one knew what was happening upstairs. I got pissed off, so I just like stormed out. Like this is like at 4:30 in the morning. I like stormed down the stairs, get my shit, and I just walk out the door. I'm just like needed like some fresh air, you know. Everyone was like, what the fuck is going on? And then Matt and stuff, like they all came out and they're like, oh, what's happening? Like, and I just had to tell them, like, you know, like she doesn't understand that, you know, this was the one night, but then like we were too loud, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Really stupid argument, but it was one of like the biggest fights that like they've seen happen.
Yeah.
Because like they don't usually see me angry.
Fight.
Yeah. And then like they don't usually see me angry, but like for me to like storm out and then just sit outside.
even though like we didn't know what was happening, you could tell it was fighting because like the walls are pretty thin, so like you could just hear like little murmurs, but like you knew that like the tone of their voices were like they were arguing. And then you see Jordan come down and walks straight out. We're like, oh shit, what the fuck's happening, you know? And then you were tearing up and stuff, like because yeah, it was really really emotional. It was super cold as well.
Yeah, it was like 2 degrees outside. And I got really emotional because it's like, you know, we're in a new country together as friends, but like it just had to come out, like it just like a fight just had to happen, you know, on the first day. So I was like really kind of sad, but we just had to like make up and move on, which we did. But like when we went back up to like sleep, because we were all drunk still, we were all snoring. Like you were snoring, Noah was snoring, I was snoring,
because we were way too drunk.
and because like Irene was like already grumpy. Like we made up before we went to bed, but like it was like so loud that she left to sleep with Ali on one bed together on her single bed. She left our room.
Yeah, it was a single bed. What a night.
Yeah, I reckon that's probably the only, like one of the only times you see me and Irene fight in public, I guess. Even though it's like mates, is like you guys as mates, but like it's still public. It's made public. What about you? Do you have any personal experiences or like just seeing other people?
No. One thing I actually do hate like the most is fighting in public because it's so like embarrassing.
Embarrassing?
Like,
No.
yeah, because for me it's like if you have something to say, just say it. Like there's no need to make a scene. Like fighting in public, like you just don't get anywhere, you know. So like that's why like that's something that I don't really like. But I actually have a really 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 funny story. Like get ready because it's legit a freaking roller coaster ride. Get them straps on, legit.
I'm ready. I'm ready.
Are you ready? It's a bit long. It's a bit long, but it's
I'm ready.
really funny.
I'm strapped up.
So like this story isn't my personal story. It's a story about one of my friends, like a close friend of mine. So this fight is one of the most dramatic and most blown out of proportion fights I've ever heard of. Like we'll call the 2 main characters Jake and Amy. So this fight it all originated from MSG. Like
MSG?
The flavoring, yeah.
like the not good for you MSG, but
yeah, like
so
the not good for you MSG, yeah. Yeah, the MSG that makes everything taste.
Explain.
Jake, he is a very, very passionate drunk. Like, passionate in the bad way, not the good way. This all happened after my annual Christmas work party. And so at those parties, the alcohol was free. So like, everyone just abuses it and everyone gets really, really, really drunk, right? So Jake, he drove to the city because it was after work and he parked in the city so he could drive home. So Amy came to the city to come pick him up. He leaves the Christmas party and they both walk to Dragon Hot Pot because they're both hungry. And on the way to Dragon Hot Pot, the topic of MSG comes up. So Amy was like, Dragon Hot Pot tastes so good, but they should try to make the broth more natural instead of using MSG because it's bad for you. And so Jake, being drunk, he was like, but how can you tell? If it tastes good, it tastes good. Like, what's the difference? And then so they begin to like debate about it. Not really fight, but they like to just discuss, I guess, you know, just weird things that couples do. Then him being drunk, like I said, he becomes really, really passionate, like not in the good way, like in the bad way, right? So he starts to mock her and he goes, ooh, look at me. I have the god tongue. I can taste everything. If I was blind, I wouldn't care because I can taste the air to see, you know? He's like saying stuff like that. Yeah. So
what kind of an argument is that? I can taste the air to see everything.
But like he becomes like really, really passionate, likes to like mock everyone and all that. So like as he's doing that, he's like flopping his hands around in the air and stuff. And so like she lets go of his hand and then she turns around and walks away. And then so he sees this and he looks at her and he's like, that's cute. Like she's doing the fake walk away thing, like, you know, she's being all cute and stuff. Him being like drunk, he keeps walking and it's like, oh, don't worry, she'll come back, you know? So he gets the Dragon Hot Pot a few minutes later and then he turns around and she's not there. And then he's thinking, damn, she's really committed to this fake angry thing, right? So this is what
fake angry thing.
Yeah. So he proceeds to call her and says, hey, where are you? And she's like, I'm at the train station, I'm going home. And she hangs up straight away. And him
didn't she go pick him up?
She PT to the city to drive his car back home with him. So like he didn't have to drive drunk. So she was being really, really nice girlfriend.
Jeez.
Yeah.
So now she's like, nah, fuck this, I'm going home.
Yeah. So like, takes me 30 seconds to realize like, oh shit, I fucked up. So your boy's asthmatic. Just picture a really, really short guy running through the city. He's like, And then like everyone's just looking at him. And like, no, if you have any questions, it's not Aaron. Just because he's short, it's not Aaron.
Damn it. I was gonna say that. You're like short, I'm like...
Yeah, when everyone thinks it's short, it's Aaron. That's not Aaron. Come on, guys. So he gets to Melbourne Central, like the entrance of the train station. And then she's waiting outside the boom gates next to the Mikey machine. And keep in mind, it's around like 8 o'clock this time, so it's really, really busy. And like, it's still peak hour trains. So trains, so like trains are still
Wait, that
coming.
was a really early time to leave a corporate party. I mean, a Christmas party.
So he left way before us. We stayed till like 10.
Because he was like super drunk.
Yeah, he got drunk really early. And so like, trains are still coming every 10 minutes. So she was already waiting for like 20 minutes. So like, she obviously waited for him to come. But like, he didn't realize that at the time. Which brings me to the next part, which is so dumb on his behalf. So he goes to her and they begin to fight. But this time, it was a full-blown screaming match. So everyone's starting to look at them.
At the train station.
Yeah, so it was outside. You know where Coles is?
Wait, which train station is this?
Melbourne Central. So,
like downstairs?
Yeah, downstairs, Melbourne Central.
Oh, yuck. Inside.
Yeah, so it's like in the center. So it's in the center of everyone.
Yeah.
So like they're full on screaming at each other, and everyone's looking at them. But then he apologizes and says, "All right, I'm sorry." And they start heading back up the escalator to the clock section. Just as he steps onto the escalator, she wraps his hand around him, like as a sign of like, "Oh, I know we just fought, but like." Here's a reaching hand to say like, oh, let's move past this, right? But he's still petty as and he's drunk as well, right?
But he said sorry.
Yeah, he said sorry.
Why
he said sorry, but he was so
mad?
angry. And then he goes like this, so like hands around there, he goes, oh. So he's already on the escalator. She was behind him. Once he shrugs her off, she's like, what the f? And then she does a 180 and she turns and walks off again.
She goes.
So here we go again. Yeah. So this next part,
my God.
It becomes something out of Korean drama. Like, deadass. You know, at Melbourne Central, there's this really old Chinese dude who plays the Chinese instrument shit. So he always sits out of Culver's and he's playing like all this sad ass Chinese music. So like he was like legit setting the scene for this whole thing. Like it was crazy. It was something out of a movie. So everyone outside the station, they already saw what happened. So they're probably just thinking like, ooh, Lamau, what's happening? What's he gonna do? What's he gonna do, right? She gets into the station and then she's walking to the escalators to go down to platform 3. So he pushes through the crowd and starts running towards the Mikey boom gates, right?
Round two.
Yeah, like here we go again.
Find her.
Except this time she's already inside this the station area, so she's already gone through. And then so he gets to the boom gates and he realizes, shit, I have no Mikey card. Yeah.
Oh my God.
So guess what he does? He jumps over the boom gates and starts running for her. Everyone's just full watching him. Like he jumps over, runs to the escalator as she's going down, and then she's about to step on as well to go down. He grabs her hand and spins her around and is like, and then they start arguing again, like, and then he fully apologizes and says, I'm so sorry, blah blah, and all that. She gives him one. Yeah, she gives him one final chance, and then she's like, okay, let's go. Except this time she's like genuinely really angry. So she walks ahead and she leaves the platform. She taps a Mikey, she leaves. After like that heated argument, he realizes, shit, I don't have a Mikey to get back out. And then so he walks to the customer service area and it's just this huge black dude going like that, right? And he doesn't even say anything. He doesn't even say anything. He's just like, tap. You can go because he saw the whole thing, and then it was so awkward.
With like
bro.
the fighting and stuff.
Yeah, he saw everything that happened. So he was like, "Don't worry, bro. Here, tap. You can go through." Yeah.
What
so
the
like,
hell?
essentially, like it's so crazy. It's like something out of a Korean drama. They're like, man, imagine like that happened to you. It's like it's legit a roller coaster.
It usually doesn't work out like that. Usually
Yeah, I know.
it's just like endless fighting, and then they just storm off.
Yeah, props to her for like giving him so many chances. It's legit. It's like something that you can't even make up. You know, it's legit out of a Korean drama or something like that. Alright, so this brings us to the end of our episode for this week. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Let us know in the comments if you have any like crazy stories of other people fighting in public. We actually want to know. I don't know, like you don't want to like listen to other people fight, but it's so interesting sometimes. You just have to, you know. Maybe because I'm just nosy, but who knows.
You are a little bit. Anyway, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget to also support your local restaurants in these hard times. And hopefully we get something good for next week's cuisine as well, to continue our ISO world tour.
Goodbye, friends.
See ya.
See ya.